Live. We're going live, and we're freaking live. What's up out there, horror fam? Steven, a.k.a. Bojangles, back at it with the big Necro son, and tonight we're going to be talking about the most romantic horror films of all time. What's up, Necro, man? Since it's been so long, man, we got to know what you've been up to.
Oh man, I've been doing exciting things like playing video games and summer break with the kids and camping in spooky places with like a haunted amusement park.
Yeah, man. So in case people, a lot of the people in here, I'm sure, know that about Weird and Wonderful, the Kickstarter that we were running, that was successfully funded, by the way, and major thanks to the horror fam out there for, helping us along the way with that. But it's a travel show where we talk about paranormal locations and how you can travel to them, and if you were a tourist coming into the area for that specific location, things you could do, places you could see, all that stuff. And Necro came out because he is an executive producer of the show. He snatched up that credit real quick on the Kickstarter. And you were out, what, man, a couple weeks ago, and we went and checked out the Lake Shawnee abandoned amusement park?
Yeah, tried to have my kids get on some of the swings, walked away a few hundred yards, came back, tried to see if they were still there, and they were, so.
Yeah, hell yeah. And you wanted to go freaking diving head first into that swamp.
Oh, yeah, I kept asking the guy, could I go swimming and get in a raft? And he's like, no.
Hell no. Man, yeah, so we hit that up. That was fun. We did an overnight camp there. And then, for our loyal listeners, Dr. Briggs Mitchell came in last weekend, and we checked out another haunted area there. So really eventful over here. That's probably people have probably been wondering where the hell we've been, why there hasn't been as many podcasts as of late, and that is precisely why. Like, I had to scramble to get all of my equipment out for the podcast, man. I had it all packed up.
Trying to get ourselves all haunted and everything.
Hell yeah, man. We're, speaking of which, man, that reminds me of some of my picks for tonight's shows. But what's up, Jonas, baby, my boy, Missy JoJo, Dragon Blues, Landy, what is going on? What's going on? So I want to hear it tonight, and don't be afraid to participate in our poll. I want to hear what you all think in terms of romantic horror films, what your picks would be. And you know what? Tonight, I'm totally repping, baby. I'm in the mood for romance tonight, Necro. Now, I know you had special ways, that you prepared for this show, but I'm wearing the Purple Rain show because if somebody is the king of romance, it's got to be Prince, baby.
I took a romantic, a bubble bath alone, listening to some music, trying to get into the mood. I see, I was starting to think about all those bromances. I see the diabolical doctors in the house. Yep, definitely have the bromances on.
Oh, man. For that, we're going to have to do Dream Warriors. Will have to be one of the picks. Old Kincaid and Joey, baby.
Yeah, gotta stretch out with our feelings.
Yeah, signed and sealed. But man, oh man. Yeah, Prince forever, that's right. Hell yeah. Alright, man. So I'll tell you what. Okay, so how this worked is, Necro's just like, hey, we should do most romantic horror films. Here's my list. I was like, oh shit.
So he's trying to jump ahead of you. It's like, I'm going to get ahead of this.
Yeah, hell yeah. So he just sent me 10 picks right off the top, and I'm like, well, fuck, I can't choose those. So that's okay. So you know what? I get first pick then. I get a kickoff, baby.
Do it, man. Do it.
Yeah, what's up? Earl, baby. Warm bodies. He knew it.
It.
Hell yeah, man. But I'm going with Let the Right One In.
Oh, good one.
Big surprise there. Of course, a lot of this list, I imagine, is going to be loaded with vampire flicks because, that's part of their makeup. But Let the Right One In is a little bit different because it does involve kids, but it's so sweet.
Yeah, it is. It's a good one.
Yeah. yeah, so
I wish it had been on my list.
yeah, man. See, yeah, you can't have this list without Let the Right One In, man. I mean, there's some plot holes there for me, probably. But, Ellie, moves into an apartment complex where Oscar, the socially awkward kid, is living. And he's being bullied at school. So Ellie comes up and basically becomes his only friend. And let's also, talk about his home life isn't the best either. His dad's like an alcoholic and stuff. So pretty much early on, you realize the only person he has in his life that he can count on is Ellie. It was like a fellow 12-year-old girl. And, well, turns out she's a vampire. And, things escalate from there, man. But it's really sweet. They kind of learn Morse code so they can, communicate with each other through, their separate apartment buildings or separate apartments and stuff like that, man. And it all comes to like a culmination there at the end. It's really sweet, I think. It's not...
I mean, who wouldn't want a vampire girlfriend? It's just like, I
shit.
can take care of all my problems, show up. Hey, look, if somebody's mean to me, just tear them apart.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, man. Like I said, there's a couple little plot holes there because it's like, what the hell would like a 1,300-year-old vampire want to, It's like...
well, that's the problem with most vampire-human romances is like, what would a... multi-100-year-old vampire want to do with like some teenager.
Yeah. I mean that. Yeah. So I mean that's in, and that does actually get addressed in the film, which is also But man, the whole movie's set up in a really sweet and dark way, I think. So what's the diabolical doctor here says? Let the Right One In poses a question, though. Is the love between Oscar and Ellie genuine, or is it her manipulating him to throw away in a few Go
ahead. But yeah.
I mean, that's the question, man, but you don't know, and you get the sense that it's genuine, and if not, then it's genuine for him.
Yeah. See, this is what I actually wanted to talk about is like the general theme within horror and adding elements of romance is horror allows you the avenues, same with drama, is it allows you the avenues to explore different types of love or extremes of love that we'll get into with, I think on one of the poll questions is The Fly. Or, any of the other ones that we're going to talk about tonight is where it just pushes, like, is this really, this isn't your atypical true love. This is, an obsession. This is something much darker. I mean, that's just what it's a horror movie's about.
Well, I mean, and Briggs, you need to quit coming in here and spreading your negativity, brother, because I was telling Necro before this that the problem with this list is that I was trying my best to pick films that aren't tragic horror romances, and that's kind of inherent in horror. I mean, what the hell can you do? But damn it, let them live happily ever after, Briggs. For goodness sakes. Let's let this one be a happy one. I mean, not every film on here is going to be Warm Bodies. That's for certain.
The Warm Bodies is on the list.
No, Warm Bodies is on the list. And I do want to say Skull Crusher. You totally guessed one of my picks, brother. So that one's coming up, man. That one is coming up.
Yeah. Well, do we want another vampire one, or do we want to drift away from vampires, just for a minute? I mean, most of the ones I think are vampire ones. But...
Yeah, well, we're totally at your mercy, dude. So, I mean, I'm going to leave that up to you.
All right. Well, in the same vein, I would say as this movie is, and in looking up these movies, I tried to look up just some little bits of information of where this is a little bit weird to see in a movie. So, like this movie, the other movie I picked for this was The Hunger, which was directed by Tony Scott, which some of you will know directed Top Gun, True Romance, Days of Thunder, Last Boy Scout. But his first movie was The Hunger with David Bowie and Susan Sarandon.
Ooh.
And the question does come up in this movie is you're shown and this movie thematically really comes across like I bet Tony had, his brother, Ridley Scott touching up on some of this. Some of the mix feels like Blade Runner. Some of it feels like The Keep, where it's very atmospheric, very gothic. And in fact, these vampires, they don't ever really show you fangs. I think at one point maybe you see David Bowie with a little bit of fangs, but he's got that weird teeth already.
Yeah, I mean, he's David Bowie.
Yeah, he's David Bowie. And, you start to wonder, is this, he's basically the master vampire's subordinate or secondary vampire, and he's told when he's changed that it's going to be forever and ever. What she doesn't tell him is that at some point he's going to age very quickly over a matter of days and get replaced. Ooh. And you wonder, it's like throughout the movie, it's like, does she really love these people that she turns into vampires to spend hundreds of years with, only to finally replace them with somebody else? And I'm not going to spoil the ending for you guys, but it's one of those movies that does have a cult following. I did not like the movie when I first saw it, but it's one of those movies where there's just something a little bit there's different enough to where check it out. And see just a different type of filmmaking for a vampire genre. It's very, there's a lot of music, and to me, I think the movie is a lot about addiction, and rotating. I really felt like the master vampire rotates once she's sucked the marrow and the romance and the love out of a relationship, and when she grows tired of them, that's when they start aging. Is that when they accelerate it and she swings on to her next obsession or her next drive? So,
jeez, okay,
yeah.
I have to check that bad boy out. I can see my girlfriend already adding that to the list. I get notifications on our shared note of like movies to watch, and I totally got one, so I know she's in there right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think it's streaming on HBO or Paramount Plus or something like that.
Those little fingers working their ass off on that phone screen, baby. Yeah. So here's a question posed by Missy Jojo, and I want to hear everybody's take on this, including the chat. Were Ellie and Oscar in Let the Right One In, are they too young to experience true love? What is your take on that, Necro?
I don't know. I mean, I think that, especially young age, in your teenage years, when, especially with that boy in particular, and everything he's going through, and she comes in, and like I said, it's like a superhero coming in, but it's also experiencing, a connection with some other individual that you're not used to having. I think that could be a type of love. I think that was kind of like the point of bringing this up is exploring different types of love out there that isn't the traditional man meets girl, they fall in love, the end, they overcome all their differences. So I would say, for sure.
Man.
He definitely is. He definitely is.
Absolutely, man. I guarantee it. After all that kid's been through, and then he finally has, someone show up for him who doesn't appear. It's not whether she's manipulating him or not. Thank you, Briggs, for even bringing this up to us, man, and posing this as a question. But, man, to him, absolutely, dude. He loves her. I mean, this is someone that's not totally out for themselves, and it's obvious. And I don't think she is. Like I said, man, I'm leaving it as a romance movie, but yeah, I think, especially at their ages, now I'm not saying his life has been a damn cakewalk, man, but, love doesn't have to be as confusing yet. It's a little more pure.
Dragon Blues just said it, the younger are simply simpler. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't need to be love. They always make love out to be as something that it's got to be super complex.
Yeah,
it's just I mean, I'll throw out one of my picks right now, just as an example. I threw out there, just to throw everybody off, was I threw out there Shaun of the Dead. You watch that movie, you think it's a romance between him and his blonde girlfriend, but who does he end up with at the end? What is his real goal at the end of that whole movie? Is he ends up with his friend, sitting in a shed playing video games. Yeah. He just wanted everything to be okay with his girlfriend so he could play video games with his buddy.
Yeah,
best friend.
There you
love.
go, baby.
There
you go, baby. Bromance. There we go. First pick.
Bromance.
Yeah. Hey, man, I gotta give some shout-outs right now, baby. Everything Horror Collector in this bad boy. Full-fledged zombie for 2 months. I'm flexing on everybody. Repping that horror fam. Oh, my goodness. We got JK showing up. Daughter of Death, the big DOD in here. I want everybody to wish her a happy birthday right now if you can. I just sang happy birthday to her in person. That was a wonderful moment. Thank you so much, DOD, for spending your birthday with me. That was such an honor, man. So much fun. Her and Briggs. And Briggs, I'm just teasing you, brother. You're not a Deborah. Well, you are a Deborah Downer, but you're my Deborah Downer, damn it. And, for everything Horror Collector, I just want to say right now, I have a package I received today, some fan mail from that bad boy. After this stream is over, I'm going to leave my setup up and actually do an unboxing video of this box right here. Right here, man. This is a big boy, too. I can't help but wonder what all in the hell he sent me, man. But I know it cost him like $14 just to send it, so I'm pumped.
Nice.
That's kick-ass, dude. But, look at all those happy birthdays. Hell yeah. That's all for you, DOD. That's all love, baby. But yeah, man, Shaun of the Dead, total bromance. We do need to do a bromance topic at one point. But yeah, got his girlfriend and got his best friend forever.
Forever,
man. Get to play some video games and
it's the final scene. I mean, it's what you walk out of the theater seeing. It's just like everything's cool with the girlfriend. Last shot. It's him and his buddy.
yeah, man. That's one with a really good ending. It's tragic or whatever in the sense, but man, they're friends forever. Yep. He may be dead, but damn it, he kept him around. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you got to wonder. It's like if they ever did do a sequel, would he eventually let him just bite him so they could keep playing video games and going to the Winchester?
Oh man.
I mean, that's his solution to everything. How about we just go to the Winchester? It's just yeah.
Should be everybody's solution. Like,
yep.
Just go have a pint and let all this shit blow over.
Yep. So what do you got? What do you got next?
Oh, dude. Well, I'll tell you what, man. What I'm going to throw up next is Candyman. Because I think this is a not so typical pick, and I think it's I'm not talking about the remake. I haven't even seen the remake. I have no intentions of seeing the remake. I'm not interested. But I really do enjoy the Candyman, the original. The Tony Todd Candyman, dang it. Because this is the whole reason he exists. It's like a forbidden romance. He was a slave who was with a wealthy woman, white woman. They totally get busted, and well, we see what happens to him, and the Candyman is born. So, I'm not. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It is not only is it technically a romance, but man, it's a good-ass movie. It's a scary movie, and it's underseen. I highly suggest it. What is this? Everything Horror Collector, baby! Yeah! With that $20 donation. Look at that. And in orange. My favorite color, son. I love it. I love it. EHC, baby. And yes, tomorrow is his birthday. I was going to shout that out in the unboxing video, so let's go ahead and hear it for Everything Horror Collector, baby. Happy birthday, my friend. Heck yeah, thank you so much for the $20 dono. We're getting it in, man. We'll add that to the bloody bucket.
Very good. I love it.
Yeah, heck yeah. Bloody Bucks. I love it. Thank you, brother. Look at that, man. Look at all those happy birthdays. Nothing but love for the big EHC, man. He's swinging me money on his birthday. Ain't that crazy?
It's supposed to go the other
way. I'll tell you what, EHC, man. I've been talking with Jonas. He's coming out soon. We need to get you out here, man. I'll get you a beer, too. I'll get you that drink, baby.
There you go.
Hell yeah. We'll have that drink flowing like wine. Hey, man, that's what we got. As a matter of fact, me and Necro, when you were in, dude, and we hit up that abandoned amusement park and doing all this spooky stuff, we knew it was going to rain. So on our way home, you know, the amusement park was a couple hours away. We camped out overnight. On the way home, we stopped at a place, bought Mothman beer, came back here in the room of horrors, and had Drunken Trivial Pursuit. Goodness.
Yep. That's where Queef Reefer was born.
It was. I totally told old Briggs and DOD about that, man, because we played it while they were in, and oh, man. Shit. Yeah, Jonas, we getting that drink of the gods, baby.
Yep.
Me and Jonas are going to be a handful, dude. I feel bad for old Anna. Old Dragon Blues is in for it. Oh, man, EHC working on his birthday, man. Come on. Yeah, dude, that's bullshit, man. I played 2 different board games with Dr. Briggs. That son of a bitch rolls like doubles every time. On Trivial Pursuit, you can't. So instead, he would land on that roll again shit over and over. Yep. Like, his turns never ended.
That's awesome.
Never. Oh, my goodness. Yes, Queef Reefer in the house, baby. Yeah, he totally Queef Reefer'd the innocents, man.
Oh, yeah. So just as, clue into everybody else, Queef Reefer was a hint given to Missy JoJo on that the name that she was looking for was Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, because it was like, what? It was like, who are the dudes following? Like, what's the name of the actor the dudes are following in The Lost Boys?
Yeah.
Or something like that, and it was like...
The head vampire. Head vampire.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, I know this. I know it. Oh, my God. And it was driving her crazy, so we decided we had to give her a hint, and it was like, his name rhymes with Queef. Like, if you put Queef and Reefer together, because she had his last name was Sutherland, and she's like...
Yep.
She's like, if I put Queef and Reefer together, Queef Reefer?
She's like, and then she immediately got it. Kiefer Sutherland. It's gonna be a problem if we ever meet that guy too.
Oh my God, dude. I'm telling you, man. We're going to finally have to do the old TalkHorror get-together. I've been talking about it since the damn message board days, where we all just meet up, we rent a damn cabin, and we stay there, man, and just watch Friday the 13th films or Evil Dead and shit like that. Just all of us hanging out, man. That would be so fun.
Put some mirrors up, do Bloody Mary, Candyman, see what happens.
Oh my God, dude, that'd be so kick-ass. Get a projector and everything, man. Oh my God. Yeah, JK, Hellraiser's a good pick. That almost ended up on my list.
I also saw the Candyman was a Clive Barker story. He was. I don't want to forget to mention, though, Candyman, and Missy JoJo can cover her ears about this one. She still gets upset when I watch the old Dune movie and Virginia Madsen speaks and does the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just leave it at that.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, so Dragon Blues here, dude. That is the making of a horror film if I ever heard of one. Dude, that could be it. Yeah. Horror fans just finally get together and shit ensues. Like,
yeah, it'll end up being like, what was that, April Fool's Day?
Oh,
where you think that everybody gets killed. You know? Hopefully it's all pretend.
Oh, man. But, dude, that could be like a live-action role-play thing we could do. Like, we could come up with something like that. Like, there's a damn Jason Voorhees lurking in the woods and or something. each of us are missing one by one, and we have to figure out who. That would be so fucking fun. Oh my god, fuck the podcast. Let's just make this happen.
A murder mystery tour, a murder mystery dinner. Except everybody's in on it. Here, you kill this person, and you kill that person. Yeah. Bad times.
Yeah, that'd be so fun. That would be so fun, man. All right, dude. I can't even remember who picked last.
You had Candyman. I'll take you down one that a lot of people call it a comedy. It terrified me when I was a kid. And I probably still have nightmares about it. But this movie was directed by John Landis, who did Blues Brothers and Animal House. So we have a comedic director. He also did the Kentucky Fried Movie. If you haven't seen that, Airplane fans, check that one out too. American Werewolf in London. With Jenny Agutter and David Naughton. That movie to me is, it takes that Wolfman romance to the next level. You got the Florence Nightingale nurse with the patient falling in love with the very vulnerable werewolf guy. taking him back to her apartment, Yeah,
she's like, I'm just going to keep you here and watch over you personally and make sure you heal really well.
Yep, and she does. She does her best.
Yeah, until it comes time to give him those sponge baths.
Yeah,
and it's over. She saw that good, and it was over.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Oh, Missy JoJo's saying that they didn't know each other long enough. This doesn't count. This was more of a fling.
Oh,
yeah. All right, so we got to hear it out there, man. Let it give it to the chat. Is American Werewolf in London a romance movie or a hookup movie?
Didn't know each other long enough.
Yeah, it was like the Tinder of the 80s, the hospital,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Okay.
So what do y'all think about that? People have to know each other a long time for it to be romantic and love? What do you guys think?
Oh shit, look at Dr. Briggs.
Lust?
Yeah, Dr. Briggs is calling you out too. He's like, that was one of my crits of American Werewolf 2, JoJo. Definitely more horror than romance for me.
Oh, man.
Damn! Listen at Briggs. Coming in with his damn negativity again. He can't let us have the romance.
Thanks, Dragon Blues. Yes, there was the bromance. His buddy is looking out for him even after he's dead.
Yeah, y'all are just jealous. You've all wanted that damn nurse role play, and it just hasn't happened for you folks yet.
That's right.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Vulnerable, different country.
He's American. That's what I'm saying, dude. If you're American and you head on over to England, it's hookup central, baby.
That's right.
It's game over. Get out of here, Chadwick. Give me beef. Give me that American beef. Yeah, see, Briggs admitted. He's like, well, Bo's not lying. There you go, baby. There we go. Okay, man. Okay, on to my next pick. And this one is a little bit of a weird one too, man. Okay. Actually, I'll save it. I'm going to say Burying the X is my next pick. Have you seen that yet?
No.
I don't know. Dragon Blues, I just said Biff because I needed like a beefy, masculine American name.
Biff.
Get the fuck out of here, Chadwick and Sedgwick and Chaz or whatever. Give us Biff.
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 Duke.
Yeah, Duke. bring in Biff and Duke.
Let's go take a ride in Duke's car tonight. I wonder what Duke is chewing. I wonder if he'll share.
Fuck yeah. Man, hey, I'm going with Burying the X. Now, so the basic premise of this movie is like this dude has this has a girlfriend, and she is like a huge pain in the ass, basically, and she has him doing things that aren't exactly true to himself, like she's new age and all this stuff, and he kind of thinks it's lame or whatever. But like, he runs into this chick who runs like, played by Alexandra Daddario, who is a scream queen at this point. But man, so he runs into this chick, and she runs like a horror-themed ice cream shop, or smoothie shop, or milkshake shop, whatever the hell you want to call it. And like, they just hit it off right off the bat, talking about like Count Chocula cereal and Fruit Brute and all this, man. And I mean, you know, so she's really cool. Then his current girlfriend dies. he totally hooks up with horror chick. And then his girlfriend comes back from the grave. And, you know, she's a zombie, and you know, hilarity ensues. It is a fun romance flick in the sense that like these two horror nerds are totally into each other and love each other, and they're off having fun, man. Like, they go to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery and they're watching Night of the Living Dead in that bad boy. Talk about a dream date.
Is this like Life After Beth?
I think so. I think Briggs told me about that. I haven't seen Life After Beth yet, but now the only problem I will say that I have in terms of the romance is it suffers from a lot of things, and you guys and gals, the horror fans, probably going to call me out on this shit. It suffers like a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies suffer. In the sense that, man, if your girlfriend's that fucking lame, break up with her, dude, because essentially what you're doing is cheating on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, at a point, like, don't start already having a girlfriend that's like, well, you know, I found another girl who doesn't suck as much, and I'd rather be... It's like, come on, man, to be fully romantic. But I think they do kind of, like, you know, straddle that a little bit and address it a little... I think. You know, I can't remember. I've only seen it a couple times, but... good for a romantic horror. And Briggs is saying, if you like burying the ex, 100% check out Life After Beth.
Yeah. I think you'll dig it. I'll have to check out Burying the Ex, though. I haven't seen it.
And you know what, Missy Jojo, that's, you know, Anton Yelchin, God rest his soul, is the lead character, or the lead actor in the film, and oddly enough, he is buried now in the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. I saw they have like a huge statue up for him, man. Pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
He did a lot. Like, I keep running into movies where I was like, wow, I can't believe he did this. Like, Missy Jojo was watching one with him in it recently, and I was like, I can't believe he did that much.
Dude, no doubt, man. It's like, the first thing I ever saw him in was The Green Room, which I think came out in, like, 2017. And then I started noticing him in a ton of stuff, man, and it's like, that dude was incredibly active for he's in so much stuff, and he's only around for like 3 years or some shit, it seems like. So it's like, that dude could have been like a mega star or something.
Yeah, Green Room was awesome. Yeah, and he was also in the Fright Night remake, too.
Oh, I seen that when it first came out, and never watched it since for like obvious reasons, but...
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I had the Fright Night, the original one, on my list. You know, it's directed by probably one of your favorite directors, Tom Holland, who brought us Child's Play. But,
yes.
You know, we have Charlie Brewster going up against Prince Humperdinck for the affection of Marcy Darcy. And, you know, I mean, so I think like that, I put that one in the romantic category because you have two men chasing after the same woman and trying to, you know, win it over. But with also some odd things with it, where Charlie's watching Chris Sarandon, you know, as he's getting, you know, he's getting it on with probably a prostitute, you know, putting on the moves, probably looking the way that Charlie wants to, acting the way that Charlie wants to. Yeah. But then ultimately, you know, of course he's got to be a vampire, so Charlie's got to do the right thing and, you know, get him killed.
Yeah, he's got to take care of that shit. But yeah, man, that's a good pick, man. That's a really good pick. I would suggest young couples especially watch Fright Night. That is, you know, teenagers, you know, that is a really fun and romantic movie.
Definite love triangle.
Yeah, it got a little love triangle going on. Has some eye candy in the way of old Prince Humperdinck there. Chris Sarandon, West Virginia boy, represent.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and but yeah,
they
man,
did him dirty in the cameo, and they had him in the remake. I'm like, come on, man.
I don't even remember it. I just remember they had fucking McLovin play evil.
That's awful.
It's like, what? Yeah, man, there you go. You know, Dr. Briggs over here, the Diabolical Doctor. Fright Night is one of the films that really got me into horror as a teen. I could see that, man. You know, it has like all the elements of a good horror film, I think. And apparently some suggestions we're getting here from JK and Dragon Blues. If you like romantic horror, watch Odd Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, JK, man, I don't know what the hell happened to Amanda Bierce. I've wondered the same thing. You know, she did great directing the Married with Children series. I love that shit.
Yeah,
but
I mean, so that's why I was relying mostly on the group that we were going to have tonight were for some good picks, because I started to get a little bit odd with some of my picks, like you know, to try and show the dynamics within horror. You know, like with Interview with a Vampire, directed by Neil Jordan, who before he did Interview with the Vampire did The Crying Game.
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, we have you know, a good character arc of Brad Pitt being a codependent on Tom Cruise, and that lovely relationship they had. He moves on to Kirsten Dunst, and then almost moves on to Antonio Banderas, but ends up finding out that he can live on his own and he's good enough by himself.
Oh, dude, that scene was that was like the most suspenseful scene in the movie. I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, they're gonna kiss. They're gonna kiss.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, they're totally kissing, man. It's over. Oh man. But yeah, man, Interview with the Vampire has to make it. Total bromance movie we could throw in there too, I'm sure, on some level. Yeah.
Well, that's why I said I was trying to get a little bit odd with it too. I was just trying to catch people a little bit off guard. That's why I threw Shaun of the Dead in there.
Yeah, hey.
You know?
Hey, man, and we have the results to our poll question for the night, man. Which is more romantic, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Interview with the Vampire, The Fly, or Warm Bodies? The winner is Bram Stoker's Dracula by a lot. By a lot. Coming up second was Interview with the Vampire. Third is The Fly. Fourth is Warm Bodies, which is somewhat odd, man. Everything. What the fuck? He's coming in with another $20 dropping in on me, baby.
And you haven't even taken your shirt off.
I haven't even. It's Prince. It's the Purple Rain shirt. I told you. Everybody's going to be feeling.
That's what it is.
Everybody's feeling the love tonight, baby. He says, is there any horror movies that don't have some sort of relationship in it? Which means they all are romantic. Oh, man.
That's
Holy
true.
Shit.
There's some weird twisted stuff in all of them. You know, it's like we just mentioned The Fly. I mean, his ultimate solution at the end of the movie is that he wants to teleport them together and, Cronenberg, the man and female together. Why not?
Yeah, man. It's like, yeah, dude. Oh my God, man. I'm really sitting here trying to think, and I'm like, hell, even the movies where we have somebody that's solo, if I remember right, in Buried, he has a wife. Doesn't he? Like, he has a wife, man. So there's always... I get... No, fuck. There was clearly a budding romance in Wrong Turn. I was going to say she just broke up with her boyfriend, and that's... Damn! I got you one. Jeepers Creepers...
Yeah.
Has no
that's
romance.
A brother and sister thing.
That's brother and sister. They do mention lovers in it who disappeared on the road. I don't know if that counts. But Jeepers Creepers could be up there, man.
Maybe you got another one where I don't think there's any romance. The Gate. Couple kids with the demon gate in the backyard. But But, deep down, though, that could have been a bromance between him and his buddy.
Landy coming through, brother. The Thing.
Yeah, The Thing.
The Thing, 1982, has no romance. Great. Hey, give it up, man. That's a hell, hey, that's a hell of a pick right there, man. Total sausage fest on that.
It took us a while, though.
Yeah, it did. It totally did. It did, man. Hell yeah. But
well, it's because the other thing is, too, most of the directors are taught if you show some sex or some lovey-doveyness before the scary, it gets you aroused, and then they get you even harder.
Hey, Briggs, now that could be technically... He did throw the whiskey on the computer and call her a bitch. That could be considered a lover's spat. Oh, Dragon Blue's Alien. Damn, y'all's good.
Well, the romance was edited out of that movie. Tom Skerritt and Sigourney Weaver were gonna. There's a deleted scene of them being romantic.
Oh, and Cube didn't have any romance. Damn, Briggs. Briggs pulled that one out of his ass. But it's true. Yeah. That is good. But I will say, man, yeah. Great job, y'all, man. And thanks once again to Everything Horror Collector, baby. That shit's nuts, son. We raking it in tonight. I'm telling you, man, it's the Prince shirt. Everybody's feeling the love. Everybody, dude. So I've got a good pick for you, Necro.
Let's do it, man. Because I'm going to have to wear a mesh shirt the next time I'm on and try and flex harder.
Okay, man. Here we go. There is a segment. I can't... Briggs will be able to remember the name, I'm sure. And please tell me, because it's bugging the shit out of me. I think it's called Lover's Promise or something like that in the Tales from the Dark Side, the movie anthology. It is the one with the gargoyle. It's the last anthology segment in the movie, but basically... James Remar plays an artist by the name of Preston who's down on his luck severely, goes out to the bar, lover's vow. That might be it, Briggs. He goes out to the bar to have some drinks, meet up with his agent. His agent totally shit cans him. So he gets pissed while he's at the bar, and when he's walking out with his friends after closing, man, his friends get totally annihilated by this gargoyle-like creature, and the creature essentially tells him, look, I will let you live as long as you promise you will never mention the events of this night. You can't tell anybody that you saw me. Nothing. And he meets, as he's running home or whatever, he runs into this chick who's on the street. And he's like, you got to get off the street. There's a lot of shit going on out here. It's scary. It's not safe for you to be out here. Long story short, man, he falls in love with this chick. They're a perfect match, head over heels for each other. She has connections in the industry, and he becomes a huge artist. And I'm not going to reveal the twist, man, but it is so romantic. The ending is crazy, but very romantic. It's really nice to see how they come together. They have kids and everything, and he wants to give her everything. I will say that. He wants to give her everything.
Yes.
Yeah, so great. It is an anthology segment, so you're looking at probably 20 to 30 minutes long. Not a full lengther, but man, they pull off the romance so well that it fits within those 20 to 30 minutes, man.
I dig some of the, there's some Tales of the Crypt that are some doomed romances, or maybe someone's romantic, or it's a fake romance, and there's the revenge sequence of one of the partners. Man. That's what I love about horror. It's where, the other half of the couple gets their revenge on someone who misled them. It's always so fun to see.
Yeah, man, if you want to watch a really good one, but it is really dark, watch the name sounds silly as shit. I promise you it's good. Tales from the Crypt episode, Easel Kill Ya. Easel as in an artist's easel. But, oh my god, it's romantic, but it is very dark. Great episode though, and the Diabolical Doctor here says every segment in the Dark Side the movie was good, so it'd be worth watching the whole thing. I totally agree. Tales from the Dark Side the movie is a great anthology. Totally check that out if you haven't. All right, man, your pick. Tossing it your way.
I kind of want to totally. Well, we did mention Bram Stoker's Dracula. Mm-hmm. But I think I just kind of wanted to derail the whole thing by bringing up just a guilty pleasure. And this is probably just for the guys. Is checking out Embrace of the Vampire with Alyssa Milano. Don't watch it with your girlfriends, boys.
I have not seen that one.
It's just straight up softcore porn, but you are rooting for the vampire to win the whole time. It to me, it was kind of like it was one of my other choices, like a Phantom of the Opera type feel. It's like we have the guy who's been out in the world, lived it up, but tragically he's also just the bad guy, and he's gonna murder people.
Damn. Well, there you go, man. Missy JoJo says she loves it.
Well, I guess I can watch it with her.
There you go, man. Yeah,
I definitely wanted to give that out as a random pick because I think in the movie the vampire himself suffers love loss. He was in love with someone before he was turned into a vampire, had true love, and that was taken from him, and he was changed into a vampire, can never be with his true love again, and then thinks that he has found her reborn, kind of like Bram Stoker's Dracula, found her reborn in Alyssa Milano, and he has to convince her by a certain time. They just say that his time's kind of running out, which you don't really know why. Is he's got to convince her by the third day, otherwise he's going to die. And so, I mean, you get some of it, but it's total B-movie stuff.
Sweet.
Oh, Innocent Blood. I would say Innocent Blood counts.
Yeah.
I mean, see, that's the cool thing about horror. It does not, to me, romance in a horror does not have to end well. In fact, sometimes it shouldn't end well at all. I was rooting for the Phantom of the Opera the whole time. Yeah, that guy is the most tragic guy ever. He's teaching this girl how to sing and to, wants her to be number one. And he even go to the lengths of killing people off to make sure she gets the lead in the play or taking away someone's voice. Hey. So,
I mean, man. I'm gonna have to check that out. I haven't seen that. Landy Smith says, and this is in regards to the Tales from the Crypt episodes, and the one with Joe Pesci finessing the twins. I love that episode so much. What is it, like Split Seconds or I can never remember the name, but I love it. That's one of my favorite episodes. He's so great. Like, he's basically conning two twins so he can get their total inheritance. Like, he wants all of their money. So
nice.
Yeah, man, and it's super well done. Okay, I am going to go next. Because this one, this is one that doesn't end tragically, damn it. I'm going with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, the movie, man, Buffy and Pike,
there
dude.
You go.
Buffy and Pike. I mean, the movie ends with them. I mean, they try to kick ass together, whatever. Pike's a little bit sloppy. But the movie ends with them. Buffy's on the back of his motorcycle or whatever, I think wearing his jacket, and they just ride off into the sunset together.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Yeah. Okay, there you go, Dr. Briggs. Split personality. But yeah, man, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, they totally don't like each other at first. Then they fall in love, start kicking vampire ass together. And, I don't know, man. Great movie. I really love that movie. I think it's, doesn't get as much respect.
Yeah, who doesn't want to see Pee-wee die over and over again?
I I love that shit when Rutger Hauer just clearly turns on the son of a bitch and he feels so betrayed.
Yep.
Of course he did, Pee-wee. You fucking nerd. Get out of here, man.
See, that's what you get with some good horror movie romances. It's just comedy and fun.
yeah, man. Gotta go with the buff.
Well, and we were talking about warm bodies. I mean, look at Nicholas Hoult. He basically eats Dave Franco's brains, who ends up, because he ate Dave Franco's brains, comes to life and sees how awesome Teresa Palmer is and starts to live again. It's just like, what?
Yeah, man. It's like, that's the cure for zombieism or whatever, isn't it? Like love.
Yeah.
True love. I mean, it brings him back into a human.
Yep. And I think that's what gets lost in Warm Bodies is, people, oh, it's so sappy. It's like he ate a boyfriend's brains to come back to life. And it's like, how many girls that are with a guy right now really just wish their boyfriend's brains would get eaten, and then the new guy who ate the guy's brains figures out that, hey, look, this chick's really cool, and actually is the version of the boyfriend that she really wants. Because I think there was problems between them, and it wasn't really working out, but I don't know, man. It's just, I look at that and I just go, man, I think that's probably with any girl who's with a guy. He's just not perfect. I wish someone would eat half of his brains that were the part that really loved me, and then, the rest of the guy was cool. It's just like, what?
Yeah, man. Like, Warm Bodies has to be like one of the most, as odd as it sounds after talking, about all that, man. Warm Bodies has to be one of the most like pure romantic of the movies we've selected tonight. Like, has to be.
Well, I had to put it on there for Teresa Palmer, but
Well, hey, sometimes you got to put it on there for old Terry Palm. Let's see.
Terry Palm?
Yeah, Terry Palm. We got Alyssa Stan. Why are today horror movies lame? Today, miss old horror movies. Hate what did Michael Myers. Too much sex, violence, gore. Miss horror used to be mystery. So Alyssa Stansberry's complaint here is that horror movies aren't as deep as they used to be, I think.
I think it's lower attention spans. I think it's desensitization of just, there's so much violence and everything else in TV that they have to speed everything up. There isn't the slow walk, like where you have John Carpenter with the camera going slowly down a hallway.
Yeah.
People are like, oh man, I'm so bored with going down this hallway.
Yeah.
And it just,
Well, man, I was talking to the Diabolical Doctor and Dragon Blues with this over breakfast, a few days ago. And, man, I totally agree with you. I think attention spans are gone, man. I mean, if you look at, TikTok came out. And now everything wants to be TikTok. And TikTok specializes in 15-second videos. I mean, look at that shit, man. It's changed the landscape of huge companies. Instagram is now a TikTok knockoff. YouTube is now a TikTok knockoff. YouTube introduced shorts. Instagram introduced reels. Scroll through your Instagram feed sometimes, and there's more short videos than there are pictures. So...
Yeah, I mean, Alyssa, one of the other things, that's why, to find good movies, sometimes you have to drift off in places like Missy Jojo doesn't want to go, black and white.
Yeah.
You got to watch for those atmospheric horror movies. This one wasn't black and white, but it was one of the ones that we mentioned was Fright Night. Fright Night kind of bridged the gap between, this, and they even show it to you. It's like like the old spooky movies coming to life in the new world of what it's really like. It's like Welcome to Fright Night. And Fright Night and all those movies before it, black and white, a little bit slow. You get the mist, you get the atmosphere. Yeah, you can still dig deep and find those old ones because I guarantee you, Briggs has great choices for those. So does Steven. But yeah. It is frustrating, and there are people that are still making them. They're just not very popular. They're B movies, They're not getting that budget.
Yeah, man. They still exist and stuff, but yeah. I mean, all right, on to my next pick. I am going to go with Hocus Pocus.
Hocus
Pocus. Yeah, because
childhood romance.
Another childhood teenagers again, man. You know, they have to bond together and save the day. And he loves her. What do you call them, Max? Yabos?
Yabos,
baby. So, hey, you know, Hocus Pocus got to be on there. I'm going to go ahead and throw in. I'm just going to skim over my list really quick here since we're coming up on the hour mark.
Yeah, man. I kind of integrated some of mine into most of mine in there already.
Yeah. Everything Horror Collector, original. He asked Fright Night, original or remake? Original all day. All day. Man, Necro, I'm going with Bride of Chucky. I think that is a really, 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 really fun romantic movie. You get not only Chucky and Tiffany, but you get Jesse and Jade as well. Even though there is like a little bit of rift in there between both couples, but
yeah,
man, really fun. A road trip movie. Bride of Chucky. If you want some and that's fun and it's funny, so check that one out. This one kind of counts, but I'll toss in Valentine.
Yeah.
Because he totally gets the girl at the end. The romance, neither of them die. They both make it. So, you know, even though he killed all of her friends.
And that's the element that, you know, that, gosh, who was it who just brought it up to us? Our good buddy, Everything Horror Collector. There's a lot of horror movies where the guy and the girl live at the end, where it would be a romance because they're the survivors who get to keep going. And it's, you know, that's what happens. That's what probably is feeding off of is you get that. Not every horror movie ends with just the girl living.
Yeah.
Sometimes the boyfriend lives too.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. And in those cases that don't, a good example, which kind of ends up on the list too, is 30 Days of Night.
Yeah.
You know, that
and oof,
yeah, that one's rough. But yeah, Jonas, hell yeah, Bride of Chucky, baby. BOC. BOC, baby. Man, I'm gonna toss in, and I hate this. Like, you already know how I feel about this. But
please don't. I hope it's not what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Dude, I have to, because he is it's the whole fucking movie. This is all he wants, but Zombieland.
Oh, gee, no. I thought you were going to, like, drop the Twilight bomb on the channel, and I was going to, like, have to, like, go up to the mirror and call Bloody Mary and Candyman. And...
I started to mess with you and be like, necromantic, but... but no, man, we gotta go with Zombieland, because the whole damn movie, it's stupid and sorry-assed as it is, and how stupid he fucking looks.
Bastard.
Yeah, that Michael Cera fucking Great Value version, like... Man, that's all he wants in that movie. He is such a damn simp for her, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Like,
I want to know from the channel as to why these women want that guy and not Woody Harrelson.
They don't. That's bullshit.
I want to know.
Like,
I want to know.
No,
but they did it in the second movie too.
Well, let me tell you something, Necro. If this shit was real life, Woody would totally be getting it on with Emma Stone, and Jesse Eisenberg would be in that cuck chair in the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Sucking on his thumb.
Hell yeah, he would. Hell yeah. Hey man, I'm telling you, Woody would rake it in all day. If girls had to choose, it's the end of the damn world. I'm telling you, they're going with Woody for many reasons. It's like, do you really want the child you bring into, if that happens, do you want the father of that child to be Jesse Eisenberg, for God's sakes? You know what I'm saying? Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
Hell yeah, Doc. Hey, man, we don't give a shit. Any opinions on the movie Final Girls? Everything where I love that movie. That's a good-ass movie, man. Great throwback, and it's really fun, dude.
It's on the list for Missy, JoJo, and I, so...
Dude, it's fun. It's really fun, man. Yeah, here we go. Dragon Blues. No way. No woman would choose that guy over Woody. No way. Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Especially if they knew about his prowess. You know, his mysticism of being able to, you know. I'll let you guys look it up.
yeah.
You look up about Woody's sexual prowess in real life.
The Diabolical Doctor, we're not praising Zombieland. We're talking shit about all of it. But I mean,
that movie.
Yeah, man. I mean, you have to throw it on the list because it is technically a romance. I mean, hell, he tries to save the girl. He's the damn. It just so happens the knight in shining armor is great value Michael Cera. So, you know, man, I have to include Return of the Living Dead 3 on here.
Yep.
You know, the boy is pretty much willing to do anything for this girl. He steals a key card off of her dad to get into a military base where he finds out they're making zombies. She ends up passing away in a tragic accident, and he reanimates her because he can't live without her. And
he doesn't want to do that.
Well, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, you know.
We also had 2 Night of the Comets. I mean, there you go. That's
there you go.
Probably a cult film where not everybody's probably seen that movie.
I need to watch that. I've seen it a couple times, but and you know, I know women love that movie, and that's not saying like I don't. I like it. But I'm saying, like, everyone who's ever suggested that movie, it's always women. It's like they've never forgot that son of a bitch exists. And I'm glad for it, because it is good. And
well, the heroes of the movie are girls, and it's an 80s movie where they get to go shopping at a mall.
Yeah, it is a fun movie, though, man. Like, I'm glad that they have, but I feel like that's an underseen one. You know, Night of the Comet is, it's, there you go, Landy Smith. Night of the Comet is so 80s. I love it. Yeah, it's fun. Ah, come on, JK, man. Hey, JK's peacing out on us. Hey, thanks for coming in for as long as you did, man. Tune back in.
Yeah, thanks, JK.
Yeah, man. Finish it up, dude. We're getting close anyway, but let's see, man. My last pick that I will go over fairly quickly is Maniac. A little bit of an odd pick, I'll say that, controversial pick, but man,
you just love that movie.
I love that movie, and it's also, you know, it's like seeing what he could have become, you know, if he didn't have such a effed up childhood. You know, could that relationship, I mean, it looks, you catch glimpses of Frank, you know, with Anna. And it seems genuine, and it's like, man, if his past wouldn't have been so messed up, you see the man that Frank could have become with her, and you know, unfortunately, he's too far gone. But the romantic moments are pretty cool. I mean, you know, in an otherwise pretty crazy movie.
We talked about this too. It's you know, it reminded me of Red Dragon. Where you just think that there's an opportunity for this guy to get redeemed and not go full on crazy. And it's just not enough for him. You know, he just can't pull out of that. And that's what makes it the horror movie. But it's still romantic. There's still an element of love within there. Yeah. And it just doesn't end the way that you want it to.
Yeah, man. You know, Maniac, you know, that's how it is, man. It's like, you know, what life could have been like for him. And unfortunately wasn't, but, you know, I wouldn't change a thing about Maniac. You know, I think it tells the story it wanted to tell. And it's very good. You know, the Diabolical Doctor here says, you know, it's in his top 5. It really is a good movie. So if you haven't seen that, watch it. It is pretty hectic and gritty, really gory in parts. And Jonas, man, let's hear what Jonas has to say. He says, my favorite romantic horror is Frankenhooker. Guy's beloved girlfriend gets ran over by a lawnmower, sending her into pieces and keeping it, and he rebuilds her with the limbs of the local hookers. Perfect romantic horror movie, Jonas.
This needs to happen.
I mean, that's... You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, you know, I could see why you would like that, Jonas. That is, that's how love should be.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like, look at, you got Frankenhooker and Frankenstein, and a lot of the older ones did have to, some romance to them. The old Wolfman movie, Dracula. We gotta. Frankenhooker though is now. Thank you, Jonas. That's now on my list. I've got to watch it.
Yeah, man. It's he pieces together the ultimate girlfriend, and that sounds a lot like another movie someone else might include would be May. If I remember right, she pieces together a man in that movie.
Yeah. So do we consider like Boxing Helena a horror movie, or is that
dude,
just
I've never even seen that.
Oh my gosh! For those of you, I mean, this I have vague remembrances of it. It just is so creepy. Like, I think this girl gets into a car wreck and slowly starts losing more and more limbs and put into a box. And it's just like, oh my god, check it out.
Oh man, so that's it for my list, man. That's all the ones I had to go over. What have you got, dude?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about most of them. I mean, you can talk about Lost Boys. I mean, there's a romance in there.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, the same director. Same director as Phantom of the Opera, Joel Schumacher. Whoa. I mean, if we're talking about the musical, which here's look at Joel Schumacher. He brings us Lost Boys, St. Elmo's Fire, Flatliners, and Batman Forever.
What?
Just like, ugh. It's like, what point did that guy say? Yeah, whatever, I'm doing it.
Yeah, screw it. Yeah,
I'm out.
Well, yeah, man, you have to include good old Star and Moonbeam in there, from Lost Boys, or whatever his parents were about to name him.
Yeah. No, we briefly talked about The Fly.
Yeah, The Fly's a great one. So tragic and just, oh, Jonas is saying he believes Frankenhooker is totally on Prime Video for,
Oh, is it?
For those of us who haven't seen it yet.
Frankenhooker.
Oh, Grifster is tossing down the old Slumber Party Massacre. I've seen it, man. It's been a while, but I have seen that one. And what did you think of Slumber Party Massacre 2? If I remember right, that's the one with the dude running around with the drill guitar.
Oh, and yes, everybody. So if you are interested in Frankenhooker, it is available for a subscribe and watch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we have Prime, so
you gotta do that subscribe, binge, and then unsubscribe.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Hey man, let me tell you what, man. Everybody's running around today like, oh, it's fucking Amazon Prime Day. I'm gonna order dog food in 72-pound quantities. We're over here like, fuck yeah, Prime Day, Frankenhooker, baby.
Yeah, I mean, we need some Frankenhooker.
Oh man, I hear you, Gripster. I hear you, dude. Everybody's wondering, man. Did Joel also do Falling Down? I can't remember who did that.
Did he?
With old Michael Dougie Fresh.
I think he did. Hold on. Checking, verifying. Oh, someone's gonna be quicker with this one with me. He did.
Whoa.
He directed in 1993.
Damn.
Yeah, and then after that, he just kind of like bailed on the universe. He started doing like he did Batman and Robin and Batman Forever.
Oh man, well, he got some of that Batman money.
Yeah, he did. He got the Batman money.
Yeah. You don't, like Val Kilmer, you don't say no to Batman, dude.
That's true. They probably said, you're going to do this or else.
Yeah, we saw what the fuck happened to Val Kilmer. Like, don't say no.
Yep.
Fuck that. You did, I mean, hell. Yeah, there you go, Jonas. Falling Down is a great movie. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, for me, with romance and horror movies, I think that's where you just get to see some of the more obscure loves. You get the obsessions and the
like Otis.
I'll do anything for love. It's just like real creepy stuff. Some really twisted. What of those Lifetime movies. You know, it's like,
yeah, man. That's what I was telling Dragon Blues earlier. I was like, we need to watch Otis. Have you seen that one?
Which one?
Otis.
No. I'm
man.
It's add it to my list. Enhance.
Yes, enhance. Yeah, man, you have to watch Otis, dude, just because it's cheesy, but it's funny, and it's one of those, like, obsession movies. But it's fucking hilarious, man, in my opinion, I mean. Oh, yeah, Missy JoJo, I actually talked about that earlier, too. That would be Joyride. But the romance, I don't even know if, like, if they get time to develop that, because Rusty Nail messes that shit up really quick. I don't know if she ever even knew he was... Well, yeah, man, because the brother totally snags that shit up out from under Paul Walker, too, man.
Candy cane. Is that your candy cane?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I just saw that one.
Yeah, so the Diabolical Doctor, Otis is from the same director as Sublime, and why that's relevant is because when I saw Daughter of Death and the Diabolical Doctor over the weekend, DOD brought me a copy of Sublime, and I need to check that out. Apparently that's her favorite horror movie. So... yeah, I'm going to check that out, man. I liked Otis. I thought it was just funny and really out there. Like, it's not... The thing about Otis is that, you know, he does, like, capture a chick and hold her, you know, captive and all this stuff, but it's, like, funny. It's totally a horror comedy.
Well, we could say, like, Tucker and Dale versus Evil is also
yeah!
too.
Dude, fuck yeah. That's a great pick.
Yeah, I mean, he falls in love.
Yeah!
Saves the day, gets the girl.
Oh, man. Hell yeah. Grifter wants to know what our least favorite movie genre is, dude.
Twilight. It's in its own genre. Notice that it wasn't on our list as a romantic horror movie.
Yeah, Twilight takes it, man. It's just that's our... Twilight belongs in its own genre, and that genre deserves to die.
Yeah, just right there. Boom.
Yeah, just... Briggs is over here taking it super seriously, like, sports movies? But...
oh my god.
Yeah, man. Hey, we are up past the hour, man. Right now, if anyone has any questions for us, right now is the time. Because we're going to be wrapping it up. Our most romantic horror picks are over and done with. And if we keep talking, we'll just throw more at you that we think of. Like, fuck, we should have put Tucker and Dale on here. And Martyrs, maybe? This shit will devolve quick, my friends. Yeah, there you go, Jordan Graham. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is probably my favorite horror/romantic comedy. Love that movie. You gotta love that movie, man. What's not to love about that one? Great movie.
I'm still wrapped up in my least favorite horror genre. I mean, not horror genre, but movie genres. It's like, which ones that I just totally skip over?
Oh,
you know, man. Just like it just never would never even try. I saw one where I'm just looking through the list of the ones that maybe musical westerns. Maybe with Singing Cowboys. I probably just skipped right over that one. You know?
What about those? I think my girlfriend calls them sicklets. Like those romance movies where the partners are terminally ill.
Oh God, no! I wouldn't. Yeah, whatever. Probably that would be anything.
Yeah, because they always figure out some bullshit to weasel into those. Like, oh, we have fucking scurvy, man. We can't touch, but I love you from across the fucking room. It's like, what? And then they always, always some bullshit. One of them's always going to die, and then the other one's left alone, but they experience true love, and...
As I do, oh yeah, that's true. I just saw Necro doesn't like Oklahoma. No, I don't like Oklahoma. Probably like saying the song or just saying Oklahoma.
Oh man, yes, Sicklet. It's the Blurst. Oh my god. Yeah, man, they always push the envelope on that shit. It's like, I mean, you know, it was like cancer wasn't bad enough. Now they have to be in like fucking Bubble Boys and.
Oh my god, Bubble Boy!
It's like...
What was that movie like Mask, where the guy had that face condition? I can't remember what it was, but it was still, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, man, I'm you know, I don't have much experience with them at all, man. It's like, I remember seeing a preview for one in the theaters that was like, they're confined to rooms in like those fucking covered things because they can never like wander out of the room, and they somehow fall in love. Like, what? Hey, what's up, Mark A. Houston? Welcome, baby. Coming in strong, man. The Fault in Our Stars and all of those movies. Hell yes, Dragon Blues. Hell yes.
I saw a question here. What's your favorite decade in horror? You say 90s, man. I swear to God.
Oh, dude, easily the 90s, man, you know, with such classics as, you know, I Know What You Did Last Summer and fucking, you know, and Buried Alive. Man, you know, my favorite decade, not saying that my overall favorite movies come out of this decade, but man, most bang for our buck, dude. I got to go 80s all the way, man. I'm a total slasher lover. You know, I think, man, you know, if I could have been hitting the theater, that would have been it for me, man. In the 80s, I would have had a hell of a time. Hell of a time in the 80s, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things too. It's like I almost look at it and go, you know, could I pick a 10-year span of where you got?
Oh, look at him! Look at him! He's like, can I go from like 1978 to 1988?
Can I go from 74 Texas Chainsaw Massacre and 10 years forward? Because that's a problem. That's a problem with like the 80s. Is like the beginning of the 80s was great, and then you started to get into the sequels, and you're just like, oh my god!
Dude, I'd take it all. I'd take all those shitty rip-offs of Halloween. I'd take it all, man. Give me all the slasher. I gobble that. I look like fucking Slimer just plowing horror movies into my mouth if I was, you know, kicking in the 80s, man. Hey, Mark A. Houston, dude, glad you found us. Hit that subscribe button, become part of the horror fan, baby. We would love to have you. We try to do these every week. Me and Necro, you know, we're an every week kind of dudes. Me and the Diabolical Doctor are every Thursday. We're gonna have to set something in stone though, man, and have our specific days. But hell yeah, Mark hitting that sub baby.
Nice.
But yeah, man, so where did you land at on that? Like, would you, I mean, do you, if Jonas will allow it, you can have 74 to 84. If not.
I mean, we were talking about this earlier with some of the black and white horror movies that basically spawned the horror movies that, you know, are just getting remade again today. You know, you have Dracula, Frankenstein monster, you know, that was a good time, and then it fell off, and then it got I could probably tell you I didn't like a lot of the 60s horror movies. I liked a lot of the 70s horror movies, but you know, that was the other thing is too, like growing up and watching the 80s horror movies, it's like we have the nostalgia, so I think I view those a little bit better than what they probably are. But you know, and having to look back, and what we were recommending to other people is look back to some of the older movies for some of the really good movies if you want that slower pacing and taking their time with shots that are not taking into account, you know, commercial breaks and everything like that. So, yeah.
Okay. Briggs, get out of here with that bullshit. Look at him.
75 to 84, 74 to 83. I mean, it's just because you capture the beginning, and you know, and we saw a question in there too about Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. You know, you had those coming from, you know,
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween. It's like,
yeah, man, that'd be tough.
Phantasm. Yeah.
That would be tough though, because if you go 75 to 84, you're missing out on TCM and The Exorcist. But if you go 74 to 83, you get those, but you miss A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
So Grifster wants to know our favorite final girl.
Oh, probably Jamie Lee.
Oh man, Grifster, you're breaking me here. You're busting my balls, Grifster. Being a huge slasher fan, man, that's a tough one. God, favorite final girl, man. I could dick you and say Linda Blair in The Exorcist. She did survive that. Yeah, screw it, man. I'm not going to pick, so I'm going with Linda Blair in The Exorcist. We'll say that. She did survive. Thanks to good old Father Karras. Ooh, Tina from Friday the 13th. Sweet.
Oh my God. For a second, I thought you were going to say Tina from, is that Halloween 5?
Yeah. Tina.
Yeah. I was like, I hear that name and I'm like, oh God, please.
Oh my God, dude. Oh shit. Cookie Wump Man. Like that fucking, oh my God. Yeah. Tina. Oh man, but I think Mark A's picking Tina Shepard from Friday the 13th Part 7, the girl with the gnarly powers. Ooh, Kate from Dusk Till Dawn. There's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, she stepped it up there at the end.
For you Kirsty Cotton fans, check out some of the comic books that Clive Barker supported and watch what happens to her character. It's pretty fun.
Okay, man, I'm giving y'all 2 more minutes. 2 more minute warning. If there's any last minute questions, get them in now, baby. It's 9:25 is when we're out of here. EHC, man, I would say Sally from the remake. Absolutely, but that doesn't even count. That would be Aaron. So, you know. But hey.
You're going to wake up in the middle of the night and say the final girl.
Yeah, I totally will. Well, that's what I teased Briggs for, because Anna kicked his ass at Horror Trivial Pursuit, and I guarantee you he was waking everybody up in that hotel room he was sharing it with, man, just like, oh, you bitch, oh my God, Razorline Comics, get out of here, Briggs. Didn't that question dick me? Oh my God.
Oh, is that question that came up in your game?
Oh yeah, and of course I got it. I had a game like you had, man. Like I couldn't. It took me like 3 turns to even get out of the fucking middle. Like I could. Like every time I rolled, I got. It was like 1. But oh man, Briggs, yeah, Halloween Season with Us is a great romantic horror movie. There you go. Anything with Tom Atkins is a great romance. Total eye candy for the chicks out there. I'm telling you what, guys. If you want to get some nookie, watch anything with Tom Atkins. That mustache just overcomes those ladies like nothing I've ever seen before. Oh, okay. Here we go. There you go, EHC, baby. Gotta go with Aaron, son. TCM remake. But here's a question for you, Necro. I'll break the 2-minute rule right now. This is for you. This is for everybody in the chat.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure right here, baby. Did you see the new trailer for Rob Zombie's The Munsters?
No.
Oh, what?
Like, you sent it to me, but I refused to watch it.
Oh my God. Okay, well, this sums it up. The number 1 comment on that video, on that trailer I sent you was, "This looks like a PBS after-school special."
It is. I mean, you saw when they showed you the quick intro of them, it looked like they just shot it in their backyard or something.
Dude, holy shit. When you watch the trailer, they had no budget. Like, it's fucking, I mean, and maybe, I mean, hell, what budget do you really need for a Monsters movie?
Yeah.
But it looks like a fucking Smash Mouth music video or something. I mean, it's rough. It's rough, man. Like, every joke is timed horribly for the trailer to really hit. Like, they clearly try to hit moments in the trailer that are supposed to be impactful, that are supposed to make you laugh. Like, they give you like those moments of awkward silence that's supposed to make you feel awkward, and then something funny happens or something pops out that's supposed to elicit a reaction. It does not hit. And they do those things where like a character will say something like, well, that was awkward, and then it'll cut to Herman Munster in drag or dressed up as Elvis or something that's supposed to be funny, like coming off of a comment. It's fucking bad.
I have it on the side right here. I mean, is this direct to Sci-Fi Channel or what? Where's this going?
Dude, that son of a bitch is going direct to Tubi. If they're lucky, it'll go direct to Tubi. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure it's supposed to. I think it actually is supposed to go direct to some streaming service. It will never hit theaters, but I would be surprised if Tubi would even pick that shit up. I mean, that's how bad it looks. But man, yeah, dude, it looks, I don't know, guys. Like, watch it yourselves.
I'm upset that you had me even watch it. I had it on for 20 seconds and just turned it off. I'm like, nope.
I'm gonna fucking be asleep tonight and just hear banging on my door. Necro just comes in and whoops my ass after some bullshit like that. Like,
yeah, because I'm gonna drive 7 hours and punch you right in the face and then drive back.
Wearing a fucking Herman Munster mask.
Yeah. You just hear the door just like smash down, and
you're gonna walk through it like Herman.
Yeah, straight through it. Not even gonna wait. Like, not even a knock.
Dude, hey man, yeah, that. Oh my god, dude, it looks rough. But for those of you all who are zombie fans or fans of, I hope you enjoy it. I hope the trailer is a misrepresentation of the final product, whatever. But oh my god, I don't think, like, man, they really messed up on that. Like,
I mean, why bother at that point? It's just like, look, if you knew that this was what you were going to do, I mean, is he giving up on making movies? Is he done? I mean, has he finally admitted the fact that he can't make a movie anymore?
Dude, I don't know. I'm telling you, man, I think, like, he had some major flops, man. I mean, there was a reason he had to go the crowdfunding route. By the time 31. It was, I mean, you got to think about, like, the movies he made. He was making theatrically released movies. Yeah. And I know Halloween 2 almost came very fucking close to bankrupting the Weinstein Company. I do remember that being news back in the day, and
wow.
So you got to think, man, he theatrically released movies to having to crowdfund shit, and now to doing something that's going to be like direct to Tubi TV or the NB, Peacock, maybe. I mean, hell, I don't know, because it is part of like NBC's or Universal's. There you go, Dragon Blues. It's part of Universal's direct to video branch. So
I know. Why don't we do this? So you, me, Dragon Blues, Missy JoJo, Briggs, and we just live stream us and our reaction to like having to watch that movie, and you can just watch us slowly wither away and die.
Oh my god. I'll tell you what, hey, you guys get in the car right now, we'll make that shit happen. We'll just,
we'll play the chop poker thing. Like, who can last through this scene the longest? And who's willing to give up a finger to get out of this movie?
Yeah, if you cringe, you have to cut a finger off. Like, yeah. Oh, Yeah, there you go, Doctor. Oh no, not TH versus the monsters. We're fucking screwed, dude. Like, it's over, man. Dragon Blues is pumped though. Like, yes. I don't think we're ready for this. You got to imagine what we all looked like when we watched the Firestarter remake. And yeah, there you go. This is, dude. Yeah, there you go, Missy Jojo. Hey, man, the Monsters is PG. This is kid friendly, dude. I'm sure your kids will be enthralled.
No, they'll just love it. It'll be like their favorite movie, and they'll play it 24 hours a day. And then the horror movie will be like me walking around the house as Jack Torrance, like chasing them around as they're watching the Monsters. Yeah.
There you go.
That's why. Yeah, that's why Jack Torrance went insane.
Yeah, they fucking turned on the Monsters. Yeah, there you go. Dragon Blues is going the Joker route. Let's put a smile on that face.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Okay, that's it for us. I told
right,
y'all,
guys.
you give us time, we'll fucking devolve. We're talking about the monsters here, but hey man, thank every single one of you for coming in. Happy birthdays once again to Daughter of Death and Everything Horror Collector. And a huge thanks to you, man, for supporting the channel. He sent over $40 tonight during this live stream, man. That helps substantially. You guys have no idea how much that helps. Thanks to every single one of you who showed up. Welcome to the horror fam. You know, for everyone who subscribed tonight and everyone that's in here, man. Thank you all, every single one of you. We appreciate it. Thanks to Necro for coming back, damn it. We got our romantic horror movie podcast in finally. Hell yeah, man. We finally did it.
And we buried it.
Yeah, it's over. You guys have so many. You have like 20 movies to go and watch right now. What the fuck are you doing? Go watch movies. Then come back and tell us what you think. Tell us how wrong we were. What dipshits we are. Like, this motherfucker made me watch Maniac. What?
We should have totally set them up. Like, hey, go check out this movie. It's great.
Oh, man. Hey, peace. Peace, Earl, man. Thank you for coming in. Grifter. Yeah, Landy. Diabolical Doctor. Dragon Blues, as always. Hey, thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. And until next time, look horror.
Listen horror.
Ooh, talk horror. Yeah.